need to spend time and actually do my intro. I haven't done it yet. But let's get going. I might have to do a longer intro because I love that song and I don't think I've ever played the full thing for you guys, but it is such a great song and it is so fitting for me. Hey, Starry Night. Hey, Miss Leah. Hey, Cool Gamer. Hey, Yoper Gal. Watcher Crazy. Shopaholic T. Netflow. It's all my favorites are here. How are you guys? We're popping back into it. This is going to be a trigger warning throughout. This is a pretty heavy topic, one that I am very extremely passionate about because of my situation with my girls and being the same age. There's just a lot. This is a wheelhouse that this is something that I have a hard time with. Period, point blank, end of story. Like this is, hey, Moonlight View. Hey, Woodrake. So I apologize off the bat because I'm not going to be tactful. That's just, you guys know what to expect from me. It's blunt. It's straight to the point. I don't sugarcoat shit. I'm not here to make your feelings warm and fuzzy. I'm here to tell you how I see things and basically show you their own words and why I feel the way I do. Hey, B Tim. So hey, Britt, we're going to hop into this. I'm going to give you some backstory. For those of you guys that do not know what we're talking about, Soft White Underbelly, which is a very big channel. I think he's got over 5 million subs. Posted a video. It's still on his channel currently. The comments are shut off. He did go in and blur the top half. So originally he posted a video of a girl named Nova. She is 13 years old. According to what the video stated, she's actually 14. But you don't have to take my word for you. That I will show you guys in a minute. He posted it, she said she was 13 in the video. I think her birthday must have been right in that same time frame. Hey, Rockabit. But originally when the video went up, all of her were showing. She had a see-through bikini top on at 13 years old. Full exposure on the top half. Her whole entire body was showing. She looks like a baby. I mean, you can see her. Well, I blurred out of her face in the thumbnail out of respect because she is a minor, but it's still on his channel. If you feel the need to stomach that, you are more than welcome to. But not only has he put her on his channel, he's also featured her mother on the channel. So we are going to, it's on his Patreon. He's got him on his website and on his Patreon. And if you join, the whole uncensored stuff is on his other pay for view sites. Basically, do we know if YouTube took it down? I really hope that there's other advocacy groups that are involved in this. I really genuinely do, that are doing something, but I kind of wanted to talk about this because I've heard people talk about it. So Rabbit, Down the Rabbit Hole News, you guys know I really adore Rabbit and her coverage of this kind of stuff, but she was who broke this for me. Like that's who I first saw. And then Queen actually did a panel discussion, and one of her guests that joined was phenomenal, works in this arena as a social worker, a lot of knowledge on this topic. It was a great discussion until someone jumped up on panel and just sounded ignorant as fuck and wanted to band-aid the situation. Oh, it'll all be good. No, she's 13 years old. It's not just one of these situations that we're just going to band-aid and hope for the best. Thoughts and prayers are going to work, people. No, if we continue to band-aid situations like this, how is anything ever going to change? If we continue to act like these situations are not going on and don't discuss them, how are we ever going to expect change? Now, there is a fine line between what soft white underbelly does, and we are actually going to talk about, BJ investigates too. I don't catch her very often. She goes on at a time that I'm usually doing other stuff, but she did talk about it too. I did hear that. But if we are going to talk about these situations, we have to understand that there is a fine line between awareness and exploitation. I don't think anybody could say that they don't understand that these situations happen all too often. This is the society we live in. Our systems are failing everybody. If I'm going to be honest, it's systemic failures that are not only the homes, the parents are failing these children, but the systems are failing these children. And I'm talking from top to bottom. When you have people, and we're going to do a compare and contrast between Tim Ballard, Sean Reyes, David Miscavige, some of those people, with Mark Leda and Lima. We're going to compare some of these people in a future segment because there's so many similarities between how people use noble causes like the homeless population, underserved communities, minority groups, and those become their target audiences. And they always start off saying that they're bringing awareness to these situations, when in reality, it quickly jumps into exploitation. You don't have to take my word for it, though. Once again, I'm going to play clips for you guys, and we're just going to hop into it because this is going to be a little bit hard to navigate through. And I'm not going to apologize for my mouth because I don't know anybody an apology for being passionate about this subject. So we're going to start off from 2 months ago. I'm going to take you right back to Mark's channel. This is Mark Leda. For those of you that don't know, he is the owner and production guru of Soft White Underbelly. I was a huge fan of Soft White Underbelly for quite some time until I realized how he was maneuvering. This is not the first child he has put on his channel. This is not the first situation that has been negative. If you think back to the Kelly situation that Mark was involved in, and the complete fraudulent stories that were told, and then the GoFundMes that happened. But the reason I'm taking you back here is because I want you to hear a little bit of what Mark said in this interview. So this is not very typical. He did an interview 2 months ago, and I'm going to let you or him tell you what his channel is about. And then we are going to segue from Mark into Nova's mother. And that's a little hard to hear too. So buckle up. Here we go. And we're still going to talk about Lima. I have a whole notebook full of notes. But the one thing I have to say, Lima does associate with Mark. But the problem I'm having with the Lima stuff is it is extremely hard to vet anything in that story. The attempting to pull information, factual information in that situation is extremely difficult. It has been something that I've been struggling with. So I still don't exactly know which direction I'm going to head, but I am not doing a deep dive on Lima from anybody else's perspective. I'm doing it independent of like taking it from a new lens and trying to navigate through. And Lima is one of the people that, in my opinion, things kind of significantly changed with Lima and Mark's interaction. But Mark has been a world-renowned photographer. He worked for Apple for a long time. Like, he has got quite the portfolio behind him. So we're just going to jump into this. He doesn't really need an introduction from me. Most of you guys know who he is. Again, this is all under fair use. This is for entertainment and educational purposes only. Please do not harass anybody that we discuss in this. Please feel free to comment however you want. I did put subscribers only on this one. It's only a minute, but the trolls can wait an extra minute just because I'm not in the mood for that shit today. So this is 18 minutes in. This is the SWU channel update and interview from September 2023.
Rebecca will be on Skid Row knowing that I'm right around the corner and she won't come to my studio to get money. Because she's not a hustler. She's not here to hustle me to get money for drugs.
For those of you that don't know who Rebecca is one of the individuals that Mark highlights repeatedly on his channel. She has a very troubling story also, but that's who he's talking about.
In fact, she will resist doing that. But like yesterday, I gave her some money for some clothes and wigs and stuff like that. So that's what she wanted. So I gave her that. What she actually used it on, I don't know. But that's sometimes my money does go towards drugs. I'm not naive. I've seen it all. I've seen it all.
But Rebecca is definitely somebody that I know you care a lot about.
Yeah, but I don't do, like, this is not a helping channel. This channel is not about helping. If it was, you'd see a lot more videos about me helping.
This is not a helping channel. Okay, that's what I want you guys to hear. Soft White Underbelly is not a helping channel. I know we've heard a lot of people say that. He said that, but I wanted you to hear it from his own mouth. He is not a helping channel. So please keep that in mind when we go into the interview of a 13-year-old child. He is not a helping channel.
There's a lot of shit that I do behind the scenes that nobody ever sees because it's not a helping channel. I'm just trying to create awareness of what is going on in our country.
So he is trying to create awareness of what is going on in our country. And by the way, if you didn't know that these situations are going on in our country, where the fuck are you living? Under a rock? Are you a hermit in the woods with no access to technology whatsoever? No TV, no real touch with reality? Because I don't know about you guys, but at 40 years old, well, shit, at 13 years old, my teenagers know that this is reality, that this is what is happening in our society. So I'm really not sure how people don't know that these situations are in existence. And again, it's systemic failures on many parts. Our mental health system is overloaded. There is not enough clinicians. There is not enough resources. There is not enough help. There's not enough doctors to prescribe medication that people need. Then when you get the medication that you need, you can't get it through insurance. People can't afford the medications. There are so many failures. Our rehab facilities, just like we talked about previously in Arizona, the AG threw out 60 indictments of sober living homes that are exploiting tribal members. This is constantly going on. And when people continue to get away with the bad deeds and are harming people in these vulnerable populations, this continues to happen. And
these videos open up, I think, a lot of people's eyes to what's really going on and how these stories came about, what kind of childhoods these people had, what their life is like, what their self-worth is like, their self-esteem, which is like the number one. Mental health is the number one thing. It's a mental health channel. It's not a drug channel.
This is a mental health channel. Okay. His words, not mine. This is a mental health channel.
You know,
if I were to ask you what you would suggest to any one of these emails that we get where they say, how can I help?
Well, yeah, I mean, that's a great question. You name what state, what city you're in the United States. If you're watching, name the person on my channel. So let's say Caroline. Oh my God, let's help Caroline. I guarantee you there's a Caroline right in Roanoke, Virginia, or in Tallahassee, Florida, or in Houston, Texas, or in San Francisco, or Seattle, or Minnesota, or anywhere.
Right.
They've got Carolines and Rebeccas and Amandas and all these people everywhere you go. You don't need to take care of this Caroline because there's a Caroline right in Memphis, Tennessee for you. Guarantee it. Guarantee it.
Absolutely agree with that. And every city, in every town, in every state, in every country, this is happening.
And a little goes a long way. Sometimes just saying,
I think
do you need help?
It's kind of like a TV show. People get attached to that person because they've seen them, they've gotten to know them. But this is not I'm not trying to create a TV show where we're doing follow-ups on people, because I could easily do that. I try to resist doing that. Because people, like, I see the comments sometimes, oh, you're just exploiting these people. Look, every single person that comes to me, the first thing I say to them, I just want to talk you out of doing.
Pay attention to this part right here. Keep in mind, we are popping into the fact that he did a segment on a 13-year-old child, actually 14 now, a 13-year-old. Pay close attention to his words, what he's going to say.
Doing this interview, and here's why. Your grandmother, your parents, your kids, your lawyers, the court, everybody is going to see this. Your future employer, everybody's going to see this video, because my channel is big now. You don't want to do this video unless you really want to do it, and then I'll pay you whatever I'm paying you.
So he warns them that everybody is going to see this. So unless you are making an educated decision and are really sure that you want to do this, don't do the videos, basically, because it will affect you for the rest of your lives. Segue into a 13-year-old that probably doesn't have the full awareness of what that really even meant for her life. And she probably only heard the money at the end of the interview. Typical teenager, nothing against her. Risk versus reward. She took a lot of risk. I wonder what the reward was.
But I talked them out of it. So once they hear that, and if they still want to do it, then we do it. But I'm not like sitting there like trying to manipulate them or figure out how to get them to do an interview when they really don't want to. That's not what I do. And I've never been that type of person. So I've never operated that way. So if that's exploiting, then that's exploiting. And there's a certain exploitive nature to what I'm doing, for sure.
So he admits that there's a certain exploitive nature in what he's doing.
But this is not about, to me, what I'm doing is not about the person I'm interviewing as much as it's about our society as a whole. And if we're going to fix anything, we better figure out what's going on. And the way to do that is to put Caroline or Amanda or whoever on camera, so you can see what's going on and why, and what kind of childhood they had and what happened and what they went through and why their mental health is the way it is, so that we can learn and maybe fix it for our own kids in the future.
So exactly, I'm going to ask this question. How, oh, thank you, Watcher of Crazy. Thank you so much. How is this helping fix these problems? Highlighting the childhoods. How is that fixing our systems? Exactly how is this helping our mental health system? How is this funding our mental health system? How is this funding resources to get more people off the street? How is this helping change anything in Washington, D.C.? How is this helping anything in local governments to open up more funding for resources that are needed? You know how many kids are in the foster care system in every state? You know what the stats are? I bet most of you don't. Okay, I'm a bully. You just need to get the hell out of here. Like, you just annoy me at this point in time. I don't even know who you are, but you're just annoying.
That's what I'm doing. So once in a while, I'm nice to these people and I help some of them. I'll get somebody a room, or I'll get somebody whatever they need, clothing, wigs, phones, whatever.
So how is clothing, wigs, phones helping these people? How is that helping their mental health, Mark? You say you're a mental health channel. So how is, wigs for their self-esteem, phones so they can get in contact or have access to 911. I can give you that. Clothes so they have something to wear. Okay. But again, how is this helping the bigger picture? If that's what your intent is, to help the bigger picture and highlight problems within our society, which we all agree they exist, how is exploiting a 13-year-old child's pain and trauma helping the bigger picture? There's not enough beds in foster care. we don't have any oversight or enough oversight into foster care. The answer isn't putting them in juvie. That might give them a safe place, but once they're released, they go right back out into the street, and you'll realize why I'm talking about that in a moment. Again, please, somebody in the comments, if you are pro what he's doing, explain to me how this is as a mental health channel, his words, not mine. How is he changing the mental health system? Oh, by using Aura Tech?
You know, Uber ride to their court thing or whatever, you know, so I do that kind of stuff all the time.
And I'm not saying he doesn't help people. I bet he does a lot in his local community. Mark is another one that I think has good intent. I really genuinely believe and want to believe that he started this because he does feel that there is a need for people to see so change can come. But I think he got lost at some point in time. That is my personal opinion on this. But I do see a gentleman that did want to help. We talk about that with the politicians that we highlight. A lot of them get into this stuff because they do want to help, but risk versus reward, exploitation versus awareness. These are noble causes that people throw money at. Trafficking, Sound of Freedom, the biggest crock of shit movie that made a mockery out of what actual trafficking victims and sex trafficking victims go through, that made more harm than good.
But that's not what the channel's about. That's just what I'm about personally. But my personal life is not part of this channel. You know, so that's why you don't see me on camera, except for now.
What else would I think that people might want to know? Do you want to share that the project has a bit of an homage to somebody?
No. No.
If you want to see more on the homage of where that comes from, if you want to know where that goes, he was on the Joe Rogan podcast of all things. He was on the Joe Rogan podcast, and he talks about the homage of the channel about his mother. And he talks about how his mother was a super wonderful woman. Again, not taking away from that stuff. He sounds like he had a great family life, but that's not why we're here. All right, now I'm going to switch gears for a minute. And that's what I wanted you to see on that part before we hop into the next piece. Please, again, trigger warning. This is going to, in fact, I'm going to play this behind a screen. Yeah, I am definitely going to play this. I'm just going to leave my face up and hopefully you guys will hear audio, because I am not about to. Hold on. I can't spell for some reason. All right. Okay.
Because I'm like, here we go again.
Here we go. So we're not going to play this whole thing either, but I just want to give you an introduction into where we are going. Can you guys, actually, I can play this one. She's not in here. We know this stuff is out there. We see it every day. What he's doing is normalizing child pornography. Thank you very much. I agree with you. And he's not the only one doing it either. This is the mother. This is Nova's mother. So Nova did an interview on Soft White Underbelly a year ago. Nova is also not Nova, Tania tonight. I don't know how you pronounce her name. Anyways, she was also dating somebody else that has been on Soft White Underbelly and the No Jumper podcast by the name of C-Mac. He's kind of a controversial character in himself. I think he's currently locked up potentially, but we'll get into that. We're going to go from this. I'm going to segue into her channel directly. So bear with us. This gets a little heavy. And again, we're not going to watch the full thing. If you want to watch this full interview, I am not playing Nova's interview because I find it to be extremely disturbing. And even though he did go back in and blur, you can still see a lot. And in my opinion, it's basically catering to child pedophiles. So
I got on all blue. They're gonna be like, "See, Mac." They're going crazy on the internet.
Are you and CMAC back together again? Depends on what week I ask you, right?
Yeah, we were together, and I kind of like dipped out a little bit. We broke up for right now. We're like a on and off relationship.
Mm-hmm. He's an interesting character.
Oh yeah, but I don't.
You're an interesting couple.
Right. I don't think that he can really handle me, honestly. So I kind of have to dip out this go round. Like I have to really make some things happen for myself and my daughter. And he does not like my daughter being on the street. So
he does not like the daughter being on the street. So she needs to make some things happen. She has multiple children too, not just Nova.
We're arguing about that all.
Do you like your daughter being on the streets?
Heck no. Heck no. It was just her birthday. I'll talk about that. And I'm going to tell you what she did.
Yeah, we could actually refer to her as the biologic. Yeah. I agree with you, Little Minx. I struggle with that too.
She is off the chain.
Is she following in mom's footsteps?
See, what I think she's doing, she's following in my highlights. She's trying to. So are we starting?
Yeah.
I feel like my daughter she's trying to be like how my interviews are or how I am now. And she's not realizing that in between that, I went through a lot of stuff. And that's what I tried to say in the interview, not because of her, because that was my truth. My daughter was running away at that time, but I didn't know she was going to be on FIG. I thought she was just running away, and I was just telling my truth.
She's a very bright young girl.
Thank you. And you know, I tried to groom her the best way that I could.
I tried to groom her the best way that I could. Couldn't say the words better myself. Trigger warning.
But she picks up bad habits out on the streets, and I don't like that because
instantly passes off blame. She's picking up bad habits from the street. The little girl ran away. Why is she running away first?
Every time I see her, like I just seen her, like, okay, her birthday was 5 days ago.
Her birthday was 5 days ago. 5 days ago. So she turned 14.
And she was on live, okay, taking a Percocet. And I'm like, what? And people were hitting me up like, your daughter's on live crying for you. So I called her phone, like, where are you at? Like, happy birthday. I already said happy birthday to her. I made a post on Instagram because one thing about her is she's on Instagram a lot. You can hit her phone, nothing. But as soon as you go on Instagram, she's responding. So that's why I go on Instagram. And I hit her up on Instagram. No, I made a post about her. And then that's when people were like, oh, she's on live right now. So then I called her phone, like, are you on live? And she ended up answering. She's like, yeah, mom, where are you at? So I went to go pick her up. She was at the Sloss and Swap meet. I went to go pick her up. She said her friend left her. I just was like talking to her and whoever she was with somebody else. She was like, oh, we got left. I'm like, on your birthday, you need to watch who you're around. All I could do at this point, Mark, the streets got my daughter's head. I'm talking about there's nothing that I could even say to her. Like I could pep talk her. I could give her good pointers, anything. She's not going to listen.
Is there a dude involved?
There's a few dudes involved and really probably girls that she's trying to follow after. That's what I think.
But mom said that she groomed her the best way she knew how. And mom said, well, again, loosely using that term, that she is basically doing the highlights from mom's life. So again, she ain't just picking this up off the street.
And she's going to be mad. Like, I'm not trying to be a follower. Yes, you are. Because where did you get this stuff from? Like, your mother was not on FIG. Me being a sugar baby is not being on FIG. FIG comes with a pimp. It comes with problems. You're a minor. You're making the spot hot, first of all. And it's a lot of young girls who are like, they're really like, they don't know whether to beat her up when they see her or to talk to her. You get what I'm saying? Like, don't nobody want to put their hands on a minor. And I say beat her up because out there in those streets, anything goes. Like, you know, like somebody could be mad. Oh, you're a minor making money. Oh, who do you think you are? Oh, you're making the police come over here, all type of stuff. And it's just like, I'm not even there to help her. She does not want my help. And when I say there's none that I could say, if a kid is not listening, being rebellious, what can you do? Like, I have lost a few pounds stressing over my daughter. Like, I was a little bit thicker than this. And it's not like I really care about my weight, but I do, because that's health. That's my mental health. And so, but
she's stressing over her daughter. That's why she lost weight. All right. Let's just transfer here for a moment. We can go back to that in a minute, but this is hard for me to watch. This is all just unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. All right. Hold on, let me put the screen on for you guys. Trigger warning again. This is going to be, I don't know if any of you guys have seen this yet or not, but this is from the, again, using the term loosely, the Mother's Channel. And this is from 7 days ago. This is when she was getting ready to go for her interview at Soft White Underbelly. And I'm playing this for a reason.
So I'm here at Soft White Underbelly. I'm doing my update video. It's a cute little location. I told him I lost my booty. They've been stressing me out so much. He said no. You still have your booty. Let's see. No.
She's worried about her booty.
Not really, but yeah. Okay, so I'm about to do my thing, y'all. It's been a long time coming. I haven't had my interview since last year, and it seems like I'm going to be a regular here, letting people know.
Seems like I'm going to be a regular here. She hadn't been back in a year. Yeah, she did an interview a year ago. You can see that on Mark's channel. It's up there too. She has lost some weight since the last time she was on there. I mean, who knows what from. But she's pretty excited about being a regular on there.
Another update of my life, because the internet just be running with it. Like, no. The interview is here for the real deal. You want to hear from the horse's mouth? You can hear from the horse's mouth, baby. So yeah, stay tuned. This will probably be out in a few weeks. Yeah, that's how he did it last time I did it, and then it came out in like 2 weeks. So it will be out top of next year, or probably this month. Let me, don't give me the line. So you guys wish me luck, and what else? I'll see you guys soon. Bye. Bye, y'all. I will be in this book, The Many Faces of Soft White Underbelly. I love it. Period.
So she's excited about being in the book. All right. Well,
from out this interview, baby.
Okay. Pay close attention. She says, I just came out of this interview, baby.
Because when I tell you, baby, I don't play when it comes to me, baby. Mama gotta feed these kids, baby, because listen.
So obviously she got paid pretty hefty for doing this interview. Again, I would love to see the contracts that these people sign when doing these interviews, the releases that they sign, and how much they're paid. Is it a lump sum? Is it off of views? Where does the money aspect come into? Is it depending on what they give? Did she get paid more because she brought a 13-year-old child on to interview? Oh, it's way more than $1,000. That's all $100 bills. Anybody know? I would love to know. If you know any comments or in the comment section, if you know or have seen the contracts that he has these people sign, I would love to see the contracts. I actually dug for the contracts that he has these people sign and the releases, but she seems to have got paid pretty fucking hefty. Did she get paid for her daughter's interview? I was thinking it's more like 3. Did she get paid for the daughter's interview, or did the daughter get paid for her interview? I would love to see that contract and the money. Let's finish.
You guys want to talk all of this stuff about me, but let me tell you, I'm a legend out here in these streets. And if y'all don't want to believe me, that's just on y'all. That's just on y'all. Because I've been trying to tell y'all. And, you know, hate can only last for so long. But in life, like I said in my interview, life is filled with adversity. And guess what? You got to keep on going with that adversity, with the opposition, with the trials and tribulations, with the evilness, the cruelness, with your karma, with your kids, with your relationships, with life. And you have to keep on going, babe. So, you know, I love you guys. It was a very great interview. I look very good on camera. Ooh,
I look very good on camera. The things she's actually worried about.
Look better than what I did before. And guess what? I'm going through it right now. I'm talking about going through it. But God, I love y'all.
All right. Switching gears again. If that is from her channel, if you would like to see it. Again, I played the full thing, but let's switch gears. I got another one for you. Let me make sure that my full screen's on. Okay. All right.
Never even recorded you.
I am going to play this with the screen up. I'm going to make sure that you guys can hear it, but the screen, I'm going to share. Hold on. I'm going to share this, but keep my screen up because the child is shown at the end of this. Okay, here's another one. We've got 2 more to get through. This is only a minute and 52 seconds. So this one is titled, My 13-year-old daughter, Nova, explains making money herself. Different from soft white underbelly.
Never even recorded you. Oh God, I never recorded what you just said. I listened to you before I turned it on.
She titled it The Nova Report. And the little girl, just to give you an explanation of what is going on in the video. Again, you can watch it if you would like to. But the little girl, so she's driving the car. She's filming her daughter. Her daughter's legs, she's got short shorts on and her daughter's legs like this. And she's filming basically the inside of her inner thighs. So again, a child. And this was after the interview done on soft white underbelly. Can you guys hear it okay? Making sure you guys can hear without seeing the screen. I need to get a green screen or whatever the overlay is.
But yeah, you basically said, what you just say? It was like when you in the house, you be itching to go outside because of what?
Because I know what I could do. I know that I could go get my money on my own. But
she knows she can go get her money on her own. You guys can hear that, right? The volume is really low. Yeah, it's a little muffled, even with earphones in. It's a little muffled. There is closed captioning on it. It's only a minute of it, but
that's not good because I still want to be with my sisters.
What about with me?
Yeah, with you too.
But like, is it a certain reason how I act? Keep it real, because you know I ain't gonna edit it out. How I act is the reason why you want to leave.
Sometimes, like, when you be like, not like that, but like when you bringing up school, like no.
So the mom asks, is there certain reasons? It is really hard to hear. It's low. Sorry, you guys. It's up all the way too. Yeah, it's up all the way. So what she says is there certain reasons why you want to leave the house? She says sometimes, and she said when you bring up school. So the girl obviously has an opposition to school.
And then when you bring up old stuff, I don't like that man.
And then when you bring up old stuff, I don't like that either.
Yeah. That's the only thing.
That's it.
Mm-hmm. That's it. And when you like, you don't like going through my phone no more, so that's not even nothing. Right?
You're not going through my phone anymore, so that's not nothing.
So I basically let you just make the choice.
Yeah, you let me.
And what?
Yeah, you let me you gave me more leeway now.
He gives her more leeway now.
But I don't like what you just don't let me leave. Like you be like, stay, or you can't go this. You have to ask me. You be talking about, you be standing in front of the door like.
Okay, so you gonna get it together though, but we gotta figure out what.
So the mom says, okay, you're gonna get it together though, right? Now she pans the camera and puts the little girl's face on camera, full face of.
Not school.
And the little girl says, not school.
Online school.
Yeah.
Online school.
I said you could get a pink iPad.
Mom's bribing her with a pink iPad.
Go on online school, be on some fly stuff.
Go on online school and be on some fly stuff.
And you say, yeah, that sounds cool. So you could at least do that.
Mm.
All right, bet.
Mom says, all right, bet.
Bet.
And they shake hands. Okay. So that's that one. So I just wanted to let you guys see that again. That's on her channel. It is linked in the description if you want to see.
Never even recorded you. Oh God, I never recorded what you just said.
Okay. Next one. Got one more for you guys to watch. Sorry, I know this is very triggering, but.
So y'all, why I just got spotted out at the gas station.
So this is from, sorry, I will show this one to you guys. Give me 1 second here. This is from 4 days ago, December 7th, 2023. So again, after the soft white underbelly interview. And this is the main reason I'm doing this video today. Good night, Crimes and Fashion. Love you. Thanks for coming in. Oh, I gave you a wrench too, just to make sure nobody clones you. You don't have to do anything with it, of course, but I don't want you cloned. Okay. Trigger warning. She talks about her and C-Max breakup in the beginning of this. It's only 10 minutes long, so we're just going to play through it, and then we're going to hop back over into the interview on soft white underbelly. But this is the main reason I'm doing this, because she gives an update on Nova and the current situation with Nova in this video. And I know there has been a lot of discussion about Nova being a ward of the state, Nova having a care, she lost guardianship of her, grandparents had guardian. There's been so many stories that have been spun everywhere. She is a minor, so that is very hard to vet factually who has custody of her. But let me be very clear. Let me be very clear. Let me put my face on screen for this. Because if she has a guardian, if she has a caseworker, if somebody is collecting benefits on this little girl's name, and this shit's going on, and they're using her for interviews, and they're doing all this stuff, there could be heads that should be rolling. Because when you have a guardian, if she is, which you will see, she is in the court system. She should be appointed a guardian ad litem, which is an attorney that represents solely the child. They actually work with CASA. CASA is an incredible organization. Child appointed special advocates is what they are. A lot of them are attorneys. They are incredible human beings that do a lot. But hopefully she has a guardian ad litem that protects the interest of the child only. When you are a guardian for children and they have benefits, you have to go through so much stuff. So if there is checks, if she is on benefits, if anybody's collecting money off of her, I don't care if it's food stamps and the mama has her listed on the household and she's not in that household. There could be heads that could roll in this situation. This is a lot bigger deal, and I really hope certain people are involved. But again, I don't know the outcome of where we're headed with this, but let's get into this.
Station, period. Always, okay? But I'm about to just keep it going because I can't let nobody stop me from this video. Because first of all, y'all be popping it, and I could pop it too. But let me just pop it the right way and keep it cute. No, I'm not going to keep it cute. I'm going to just keep it just however I need to just keep it. Okay, so first of all, I keep seeing people, let's just get straight to it, talk about I'm on fentanyl. What is that? I mean, we know what fentanyl is, but like, how was I supposed to be off of it? Like, what happened? What rumor? What was what? Because y'all coming in my comments talking about some, oh yeah, that's what fentanyl do. Oh yeah, stay off fentanyl. Like, nobody said I was off of fentanyl. Bye. All right. So yeah, DM me head ass. I'm just like, all right, lying. Okay, so anyways.
She is so self-centered, if you ask me. I'm trying to be really decent about what I say about her because, again, so many people failed this little girl. So many people have failed this little girl.
Bikes, period, LA life. But yeah, so it's a rumor about me being on fentanyl. I have never did fentanyl a day in my life. I hope not. I mean, unless they put in fentanyl in weed. But come on now, like.
But she just mentioned in a previous video that she did that her daughter was popping Percocet on her birthday on live stream, which if she's getting it from the street has a high tendency of being laced with things. Anyways,
y'all really be popping it. And is it because I lost a little weight? You know, being a woman, you go up and down in your weight. Sometimes I'll be bloated. Sometimes my face will be fat. Sometimes my face will look skinny. If I don't wear a bra, I'll look skinnier. Like all type of stuff. Like y'all just be just talking. So
nobody gives a fuck about your looks. Frankly, nobody gives a shit about your looks. Well, at least I don't. I care about the exploitation of your 13-year-old child.
No, I'm not off fentanyl. If I was off fentanyl, I think I would be proud to say, because everybody who I know that be off like fentanyl and perks and stuff like that, they be like, oh yeah, I'm off perks, I'm off this. Like they no shame in their game. So that's not me. That's not me. Number 2, this breakup with C-Mac. Yes, we did break up. Yes, we did. Y'all should know when we broke up, because every time we break up, he be popping it too. I'm tired of him popping it too. Free C-Mac though, because he is in jail. I don't want no black man to be in jail, even though me and him, you know, we don't see eye to eye. And because of his fans and because of the people who be up in his ear.
She's not responsible for anything. If you notice one thing right off the bat, she takes no accountability for anything. If you don't know who he is, that's a whole other freaking shit show in itself, in my opinion. But
yes, that's why we don't see eye to eye, just to let y'all know. It's not because of something I did. It's not because he don't like me. It's not because of what my daughter be doing. We're going to talk about my daughter too.
We're going to talk about her daughter too.
But no, like, it's because of his fans. His fans they're trolls and he don't get it. And then, you know, it really like, in
fact, I can't handle this. Let's just fast forward to where she does talk about her daughter.
I teach people things. I am good to be around. And just my presence, period, like, be appreciated.
Honestly, she's a grown-ass adult. I could give 2 shits less what this lady does with her, what she takes, what she does, what she spends her time doing, how she makes her money. I don't care. I really don't care. She's a grown-ass adult. The only thing I care about in this situation is the exploitation of a 13, 14-year-old child. That's the only thing I give a shit about. That's the only reason why I'm talking about this. You want to do you, boo. I could give 2 shits less where she popping it, what she's popping. I don't care. What I care about is the exploitation of a minor.
Appreciative of a black woman. Like, give me a break. Like, we out here trying to change our life. Some black women. So for the black women who are out here trying to change, all right, I will. Okay. See, they want me gone. So yeah. For the black women who are doing things, give them a freaking break. You know what I'm saying? And for the black women who aren't doing things, give them hell. But don't give me hell. Do not give me hell. And last but not least, because I'm going to keep it short because I know I'm going to have more videos talking about this, but my daughter she just turned 14 and she's been running away since 12. At 13, she ended up being on the...
My daughter just turned 14. 14 years old. Why'd they promote in the video that she was 13? Maybe, I guess, sounds better. She's been running away since she was 12. Why was she running away at 12?
Blade, yes, being a prostitute at 13 years old.
Proudly saying She was working on the blade, being a prostitute at 13 years old.
It was shocking to us. And for the people who really know us, it was shocking. To the internet, they're like, oh, the apple don't fall too far from the tree. Oh, she's just like mom. She's not just like mom. But the thing is, she just had this interview and she was lying her ass off. I can't even believe what I can't believe what I was looking at. Okay. She was like lying. She was like mixing her story with stories that she's seen. And I know what story she's taken from. So I'm just like, what? So the internet is a very nasty place, but I will figure out what I'm going to do with my daughter. But as of now, my daughter is in jail.
As of now, her daughter is in jail. Did you hear that? Making sure you all heard that. Let me rewind it just to make sure you heard it.
Taken from. So I'm just like, what? So the internet is a very nasty place, but I will figure out what I'm going to do with my daughter. But as of now, my daughter is in jail. Okay, she just went to jail.
She just went to jail. So she did an interview, potentially got paid. I don't know who gave permission or consent for that interview, because if she doesn't have legal authority and the girl is a guardian, a ward of the state, has a guardian, any of that stuff, this one doesn't have any legal authority to consent for that interview. So you've got multiple problems. So I would love to see the contracts that this minor signed. Who gave consent on behalf of the minor? Who has legal authority over the minor? And why is the little girl in jail? Did they set her up with the interview and get her arrested afterwards because she's running away? Remember, Mark said he's not a helping channel. He's a mental health channel. You've got a crisis, a family in crisis, obviously. He's not a helping channel. Right.
I'm dealing with a lot. I'm dealing with a freaking lot. And a lot of people just don't understand that. They don't even care. So I will be figuring out what approach I'm going to be coming from now on, because I see people are playing with my name, with my daughter's name, which
you be playing with your daughter's name. That's all you. You've got her tagged in every one of these videos. You've got her in the title of your videos.
Just everything. And you guys don't really know.
You putting your child out here.
The full story. An interview is just little bits and pieces of my life. But if you guys really, really, really knew, like, I really be holding back on these interviews and when I be telling stuff, because, you know, life is not just you by yourself. It involves a lot of people. So I can't even bring up a lot of situations and stories because it involves.
But you can allow your 13-year-old child that you may or may not have even legal custody of to do an interview. And not only did you promote it on your own page and talk about it numerous times, the only thing you seemed concerned about was that she was lying on you. Anybody else pick that up? The only thing, she didn't seem too concerned about the see-through top with her nipples hanging out. She didn't seem concerned that the little girl has been prostituting herself since 13. She seemed concerned about the fact that her name might be lied on by the little girl.
Other people. So with that being said, you guys still aren't getting everything, but you know what, on my channel I'm gonna start keeping it fucking real, and I'm gonna give y'all what y'all need, because these narratives that they be trying to push, baby, is not the way. It's just not the way.
There ain't no narrative here, baby. Your words, only what you're giving us, your statements. We don't have to read between the lines. You put it all out here.
So
with the help of your buddy, Mark Leda.
I'm about to get out these people way. And another thing, have some respect. I'm going to vlog and
respect is earned.
I'm going to be showing my kids. I'm going to be
showing my kids, not just the 14-year-olds. She's going to be showing her children. And let me tell you, unfortunately, she has some of the little ones on her channel fully putting them out there after doing this.
Like, you know, letting y'all in on my life, but like not too much on me.
I'm just gonna exploit the minor.
Y'all be just think about your life. You know, everything's not perfect. And
Nobody's life is.
stop saying crazy stuff in these comments, baby. Please. And another thing, I got surprises for y'all. Y'all just don't even know. But y'all want to mess with me, so I'm gonna mess with y'all. But yeah, as of everything else, I will be giving y'all new content. After this video, it will be new content like probably like a few hours after this video. Cause yeah, I gotta let y'all know what's going on. So I love y'all. Sprinkle, sprinkle, and I will be back with more ASMRs and just yeah, new shit.
So it sounds like to me Nova is currently potentially in juvie. This is so heartbreaking, and it is so hard for me to keep it together. Because that little girl, she's a baby. She's a freaking child. She's a baby. She is a baby. Let's go back to the mom's interview for a minute, just to highlight a little bit more of that. I'm sorry, y'all. Like, I know this is hard on a lot of you guys to watch, but it needs to be shown. And I wanted to update you guys that she claims that she is currently incarcerated, so people understand that. There was a big discussion the other night on would it be beneficial for her to be in juvie. Well, in this case, hopefully it is. Hopefully she gets a guardian ad litem. I don't know if this is the first time she's been picked up for anything. I can't tell you that. Again, she's a minor. Thankfully, there is some laws in place that random people off the internet can't just find out some of this stuff, because she should be protected. But I don't know where it's going to head from here. I genuinely don't. I don't know what we can expect, but I'm going to go back to this interview for a few more minutes, and we're going to watch a few more minutes of this. But at least the little girl, hopefully she is safe. Juvie isn't safe. I know there was a big discussion, and I understood what Boston Nick was saying on Queens the other night. All he wanted to know was, would it be safer for her to be in a juvie facility versus out on the street, point blank? And yeah, it would be, because at least somebody would know where she was. She would have a bed. But juvenile facilities are not what people think they are either. Juvenile facilities, unfortunately, there's a lot that gets taught in those facilities. They're not a Band-Aid. They're basically a Band-Aid. There's a lot of abuse and sexual exploitation that happens in juvenile facilities. They do not oftentimes address the mental health needs. And then as soon as the kids are released from juvenile lockup, they go right back to the streets. There's nowhere for them to go. There's no longevity. Some of them end up getting CASA. Some of them get guardian ad litem. Some of them get in the court system, and there is things that can be done. But unfortunately, these are systemic problems that aren't going to go away by fuckers like Mark Leda highlighting and exploiting children on their channel. In my opinion, this is a clear as day that this mama wanted to stand out and be the new hit piece on soft white underbelly. So how do you get that done? Well, wouldn't it be interesting to bring a mom and a child on? She got paid a lot of money, it looked like, for that interview. You saw it. I don't have to tell you about it. You saw it. You saw her fan in the hundreds. Did the little girl get paid too? Or did mama get paid for bringing her on? Mama seems to be the one exploiting the daughter a lot. Is this how she's getting to be a regular on soft white underbelly? Is this what we can expect, Mark? You're just going to continue to highlight moms and children? Loosely give her that term. Yeah, functions, it's never too late. Absolutely, Story Night. I agree with you. There are so many things, and until they have an advocate that actually advocates for them, when I say our systems are broken, there are so many kids that get placed in foster care. We have a girl that went missing here in Arizona. I've talked about this before, but at the end of July, there was a little girl here in Arizona that went missing. She ran away from home. She was picked up in Texas, brought back home. She was placed in DCSF custody. She ran away from foster care. Her dad was charged with abuse in that time. That's why she was placed with DCFS. I don't know if she's been found yet or not, but her dad was taking full pictures, nude pictures of her, full nude videos of her. Why do you think she ran away the first time? Then they get her back. She is found. She gets put in DCFS custody and she runs away, only to find out that her dad's being charged with abuse for taking pictures. And you want to know his excuse? You can go watch Pascal's channel if you want to follow up on that. He did stuff on that. I couldn't even touch that one. I thought about it. Like, nope, hell no. Hey, Heels. Hey, everybody in here. If I didn't see you, hi, thank you guys for being here. But this shit is... He took the videos. Hold on, y'all. He took the videos. Just a minute, baby. Because he said she was self-harming. So his response was to take nude videos to shame her into stop self-harming. What the fuck? What the fuck? Give me 1 second. Speaking of littles, yeah, this shit just triggers me to no end because these are babies, y'all. This is what I do. I took 2 kids out of a horrible situation that would have been the same exact way. You can do everything right and a kid can slip through the cracks. You can try everything. It doesn't just happen to bad parents either. But these people aren't even trying to fix this situation. Mark's not a helping channel. You can do everything right and still fall, but you keep trying. You don't give up on these kids. She's a baby. She's doing things that she shouldn't even know about or be exposed to. And here, mom's out here bragging and get the fuck out of here. You're part of the problem, not the solution. And you should not, I have no hope for those younger kids either, unfortunately, if this continues on. I don't know how she has custody of those children either. And a lot of it stems back to our system is so overwhelmed. There's not enough foster care homes. There's not enough beds. There's not enough good people that take care of them. Unfortunately, now in some states, the standard for a foster care parent is so low that they're ending up getting into foster care homes where they're abused and neglected and sexually exploited by the foster care parents. There's not enough oversight. Until we fix our systems from top to bottom, this is going to continue to happen. But channels like Mark Leda and Soft White Underbelly are exploiting this. This is exploitation. This is where that line of awareness jumps right into exploitation. And he's helping the mom exploiter, in my opinion. Okay, back to this because...
Besides that fact, when I pulled up on my daughter, I talked to her. She was looking toe up. I got her hair done. I got her an outfit. We talked. We went to go get something to eat, some food. So I talked to her and her friend. I'm like, okay, what do you want to do for your birthday? She let me know what I want to do, what she want to do. Right after that, I'm like, okay, like, are you going to come home? Let's go to the doctor. Let's go get checked.
Are you going to come home? No. You're the parent. She's a minor. We're going home. We're going home. This is what we're doing for your birthday. You live in my house. It's my rules. Oh, wait, yeah.
She went with me. We went to the doctor. The next day, I get a phone call. Now, mind you, I am a mother, so, I have to handle business. So if I tell my child, stay in the house, I don't expect for you to run away. I can't take you everywhere I go with me. I did that once before. It was annoying. She just wanted to stay in the car. I don't have time for that.
No, but there's resources for that. You can get help.
So, okay, she's at home and I get a phone call because I have a sitter there watching her and her sisters. And of course, she can watch her sisters too, but you're supposed to be in the house. I get a phone call. She busted up all the TVs. She busted up the TVs. She left. And then I text her like, did you leave? Did you mess up the TVs? Oh, yeah, Mom, I was mad. I'm sorry. I'll get some more money to get them fixed. Wait a minute. Just because you could go out on Fig or call a trick or whatever, you think that you could just bust somebody's shit up? That's what I don't like. And what people don't understand, when I came, like my first interview, right after I did my first interview with you, Mark, I went on a reality TV show.
I went on a reality TV show. Right after I did my first interview, I went on a reality TV show. This is all about mama getting a show, mama becoming famous. This ain't nothing to do with caring for her child, her minor child. I bet she's glad she's actually in lockup if she still is in there. Because out of sight, out of mind, mama don't have time to be dealing with that. And unfortunately, she's got younger children that she's putting on her channel too. It's all about her. All about her. And Mark is giving her the platform to do this. And without even realizing, again, this is where I think where Mark initially wanted to start helping people. I really do think he had a heart in the right place that wanted to highlight the bad parts of society. I genuinely do. I don't think he started off with ill intent on his channel. He's a very talented photographer. Very, very talented. But he says it himself. He's not a helping channel. But he claims he's a mental health channel. If you're a mental health channel, then you should recognize right here and there that a 13-year-old breaking TVs in a home, there's something bigger going on there. A 12-year-old running away from home, there's something bigger going on here. And exactly what are you doing to help this situation by blasting a little girl in a see-through bikini on your channel? How is that helping? Yeah. Busting up the TVs was the problem in that. Yeah, right?
Yeah, children's services on my ass about my daughter from running away. Not Fig yet. So I went on the reality show trying to act all, keeping it classy because I had social workers looking at my every move. Well, my daughter had lied, to the social worker, and she admitted, but she lied just to be at somebody else's house.
You notice how the daughter is always the one lying? You know what? Kids do lie. Kids absolutely lie. But a part of me feels like there's probably some truth in some of that stuff that the little girl is saying. Out of the mouth of babes. Oops. Opened the wrong window.
House that I used to hit her. So she was running away, and they told my daughter, like, in order to stay here, you have to make a police report on your mom, and you have to say that you're getting beat because we can't harbor a minor. So I guess this lady had like a foster care license. She thought that was about to be her foster mama. They was just planning, like they were about to live with each other, probably split the check on some ghetto shit, right? Okay.
I'm not going to say what I want to say.
I find out. I end up blowing the whole spot. She ended up being mad at me. She kept running away over to this house. So I just felt like if I went on a reality TV show, just, acting hostile, aggressive, it was going to match up with what my daughter was lying and saying. So when my daughter confessed, I tried my best. We even went out to Vegas. We went out to Texas. We went out to where my mom lives. It did not work. She even went to jail out there. She went to jail for 2 weeks because Texas, they don't play.
For prostitution?
No, not even prostitution, because it wasn't prostitution yet until we came back. So she went out there and she ended up hitting my mom. And my mom was like, I'm calling the police.
So obviously the little girl has some anger issues. Again, reading between the lines, I don't know who's telling the truth here as far as that situation, but she claims the little girl hit the mom, ended up going to jail for 2 weeks in Texas. And according to what mom were loosely using that term, She currently is incarcerated now too. But the mom is worried about interviews, boyfriends, reality TV shows, all of this. In my opinion, again, I am nobody. I am not a professional. I'm a professional asshole. But I fight daily for children that could easily slip through the cracks, that could easily be these exact same kids. They might be. You can do everything right and shit can go wrong. You can do everything in your power and think you're doing the right thing and it go wrong. So I'm not attempting to shame all parents because there's days I don't have it figured out. But this girl is obviously crying out for attention, breaking shit, hitting adults. Those are learned behaviors, in my opinion, potentially anger issues that need to be addressed. She's crying out for something. And everybody around her continues to fail her. They're too busy doing what they need to do. They're too busy trying to be the new hot ticket item on social media. What's this going to do for you besides destroy your children?
Because my mom don't play that. So my mom called the police. Texas has different laws, and they took her to jail for assault. When they took her to jail for assault, she went to jail for 2 weeks. My mom was like, don't talk to her. Don't put, no money on the phone. Like, let her really suffer. I couldn't let my baby suffer because I'm like, this is her first time. Like, I don't want her talking to nobody. And I feel like the only wrong thing that I have done as a mother is kind of be too lenient with her, or nice, because she's me. I see innocent, pretty, cute face. I'm like, oh.
Innocent, pretty, cute face. One that you groomed the best way you knew how.
Baby. But then when she be doing all what she doing, I don't be right there. Like when she busted the TVs, I'm not right there. When she's on Fig, I'm not right there. That's why she has to run away to do it, because if she could do it in my house, she would do it. Like,
has all the attention, the social media fame been a problem? I mean, that's what it seems like to be the problem with you guys.
Man, a total problem.
It's a total problem. Mark says, is the social media fame a problem? A total problem. But she's continuing to do it. And you paid her how much for this, Mark? And since when do we not? Why aren't we locking up parents that are? Becky, shut up.
I think she likes it. I really think that she likes it.
I think you like it too, though.
Oh, no. I mean, I like it as far as, me, I'm like a motivational speaker too. Oh. So I like to get my story out there, be transparent.
Please let me know in the comment section what motivation you have gotten from her this entire time that you've been listening to her. The only thing I've heard is what not to do. Things that I don't want to be. Things I don't want my children to experience. Things I fight every day to never do. Did you guys find any motivation in this? I would love to hear it.
Transparent, to kind of vent myself and to help others, for real shit. I could be down and out and I'll still help somebody, because it's just in me. I'm not like, oh, I got to wait till I get my shit together, then I'm going to help you. No. And
so she's a helper, but can't help her child.
And then it's therapeutic for me, talking about my problems to other women or young girls or whatever. But my daughter, I never knew that would be the young girl that I would have to motivate, set a good example for. But you could set a good example. But she not looking at me. She probably looking at Sexy Red. Y'all saying me. I see the comments. Oh, apple don't fall too far from the tree. She has a father too that is off the goddamn chain. First of all, he was doing the same shit at 12 years old, robbing, stealing, and doing all that stuff. You get what I'm saying? From his family and burning his bridges with his family. And something that he did at 12 years old.
Takes zero accountability. Continues to push it off on everybody else around her. Zero accountability. Oh, I didn't know I'd have to motivate my child to be something better than I am. Oh, I didn't, somebody else's fault. No accountability.
Oh, is still kicking his ass right now. We're not going to say, but, the streets is a motherfucker. So it's I tell my daughter, what you're doing right now, you're molding your life. Fuck what I did. Fuck what somebody else did. This is your life.
Yeah, you're helping mold that life too. Mark, in the beginning of this, if you missed it, we went through a clip of Mark's interview where Mark flat out says, I tell people that come on this channel, make sure that you really want to do this, basically, because it's going to follow you for life. It's a 5 million plus channel. This is out there. A 13-year-old doesn't have the wherewithal of understanding the risk versus reward. All she hears is the reward, the money, the fame. What 13-year-old doesn't want to be social media famous? I mean, every kid does, because they make it into this big, huge thing. You see all these kids, like, she could be on here playing with toys. That's what she should be doing.
You know, she don't care about that motivational shit. She don't care about that Black Power, sister soldier shit. She don't care. So I'm like, okay. And I am a sweet woman. I am a sweet girl, but I do have a feisty side, Mark. And I don't think that my daughter really can handle. Remember, I was talking about my mom, how strict she was? Like, she wants me to be more of her friend, you know, but I'm not your friend. I'm your mom. So when I discipline you, you can't just jet out.
Doesn't sound like she disciplines her.
And then she calls me, oh, Mom. Like, she calls me like last night. Oh, yeah, I just got into it with this girl. I told her I was on such and such street. I don't care if she pulls up. I'm like, why are you starting shit? She like, it's okay, Mom. I don't care, because everybody want to fight me anyway. So she just causes all these problems.
Is she not in school right now?
She don't want to go to school. She do.
So there another problem. There lies another problem. Truancy. The school could hit her with truancy. That would get mama in trouble too. There are so many things. Bye, Wise Angel. I hope you get some rest. There are so many things in this story that are problematic from top to bottom. The mom said it the best. She groomed her the best she could. And Mark Leda, you're helping continue that process.
Do not want to go to school. This girl cannot, even when I had her for her birthday. Bro, you have to be at home for at least 2 days for me to even check you in. Then the way she just abruptly just comes, you know, it'll be the weekend and then she'll get a few days.
13, 14-year-old should be in school.
Yeah, that should be in school. And she does not want to go. It's like, I'll drag her to school, but all she's going to do is cause problems. In Texas, she was getting in trouble at school. They were putting her in like, in school suspension, ISS, right? Where you're in trouble at school. Then they kicked her out of the school. How about this? So she was already on the little Texas probation. And they told me like, oh yeah, she's going to have to go to an alternative school. I'm like, I'm not about to be in all this in Texas when I could be doing this.
Sounds like she keeps flopping from state to state when things start getting heated up with the child. That's just my assumption, but sounds like she keeps flopping back and forth.
You go fuck around and get hung in the South, messing with these people. So I'm just like, you know what? So I asked her when we came back to LA, I said, okay, you're turning, and this was last year. I said, you're turning 13. So what are you trying to do with your life? I just want to go stay with my grandma. So I drove from out there. We went to grandma's house. Grandma was like, my granny was like, I'm too old. I can't take no kids, especially no disrespectful kids. So I said, please just help me. You know, she said she's going to do good. I dropped her off. 24 hours later, I'm getting a phone call talking about, this is my grandma crying in tears. Oh, she just Cash App $300 from my Cash App to somebody else. Because my grandma live in the Valley. She's like, yeah, Moreno Valley. She's like, oh, that was my last of my money. She was like, I think she got an Uber because whatever. So we found out she got an Uber. Because my credit card just called me and told me she tried to charge that first and it didn't work. So she went to my Cash App. So now you robbing your grandma. Now it reminds me of her dad. So I'm like, you know.
Reminds me of the dad. Again, zero accountability on her part whatsoever.
You know what, bruh? But at the end of the day, I already know life is just full of adversity. You know what I'm saying? And no matter what, you have to keep on going.
And you have four other kids still.
Yes. And I have 4 other kids and you have to keep on going. So imagine if
she's got 4 other children and she's posting them on her channel. The channel we just went and watched the other videos from. She's posting some of those little ones, the babies, on that channel. full face, full everything. How she has custody of those babies is beyond me. This is why I continue to say this is systemic failure, and how the fuck is exploiting these babies on social media helping fix this problem.
If
Because
you
of her
imagine having
sassy.
5 of these.
Oh, and I have 4 girls too.
Yeah.
So they're gonna be like my big sister. Also, my daughter Misalea, she's 4. She's like, when I got back home, she's like, Mom, Nene busted the TV. Nova, but Nene busted the TV up. And it's just like they're seeing this
So
type of stuff. You get what I'm saying? If I didn't care about her, she wouldn't be nowhere near me. If I cared about what the internet said, or she's something else. Like, and then the minute she left and did that, before I could get to her, she was already online. Like, my mother, she called me weird. You was just talking to me. I just picked you up for your birthday. I just spent like $400, $500 on you on your birthday.
all about the money. Again, we talked about this earlier today. We talked about how parents, there is something going on in society, and it's not a new thing, but there's so many parents that think, especially around this time, oh, I got to buy my kids Christmas presents, or I'm going to buy their love and attention. Kids don't give a shit about material things. Most of them don't care. That's not going to be what they remember. They want consistency. They want somebody there that gives a fuck. They want love, attention, stability, structure. They don't give a fuck what's under that tree at the end of the day. Next year, they're going to not care. Spending $500 on them for their birthday, it might fill their need right then and there, but it ain't going to do anything to make them into a better human being. There's so many people that continue to throw money at their children and think that's going to solve their problem. We're going to buy it off. We're going to, that's going to fix everything. That doesn't do shit at the end of the day. Spend that money and get her into therapy. Spend that money and do something for her that's going to help her in the long run. Sorry, y'all. This is a hard one.
Even though money is not nothing, because we know she can go get it. But it's just the point, like, would your mother, who didn't care about you, spend her earned? I didn't put it online that I did it. I didn't vlog and say, oh yeah, we're going shopping. I didn't let Instagram know. I was low key, Mark, before she really was out here. I had to put out a missing report for her and everything. You know what I'm saying? So why
would you be filing a missing report when you're dropping her off at your grandma's when she's in Texas in trouble, getting locked up for assault? She's locked up now. Why? I looked, just so everybody is aware, I looked high and low for her being listed as a missing or a runaway. Could not find it.
I had to put myself in her situation. I was not trying to hide it or nothing. I never was embarrassed or nothing. I think her dad was embarrassed, but her dad went to go pick her up, and he pulled up to Benz, rims, flashy. Like, come on now. Like, her daddy is somebody out here, right? Whatever. And I couldn't believe it, because I'm like, I couldn't get him to pull up, but you can. So, your daddy love you. No, he don't. Oh, he came too late in my life. Da 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 da. But he came to get you, because I've been trying to get in touch with this nigga, and look, it took for you. So she's not realizing what, your blessings come in a disguise. It don't even come how you want it to come. So maybe, okay, you did all this. Your daddy came back in the picture. This was your test to see. And he even told her, Mark, like, if you need anything, let me know. But she so want to make her own money. Like, why do you want to make your own money so bad? And then I told her, do YouTube, do this, do that. Oh, no, it's fake. You fake.
YouTube. The little girl has problems. The little girl is having issues. She admitted to Mark that social media fame is causing them issues. Yeah, she's 14. I keep saying 13. And she tells her, do YouTube. Continue to put yourself out there. This is going to be your legacy. She's groomed her the best way she can.
She out here lying, and she out here doing everything. But I told my whole life and I got chewed out. So I wanted to say another thing. Like, they count you the fuck out when you tell the truth. They count you out. But when you lying, oh yeah, everything is all good. Oh yeah, come in. They love lies. I'm sitting here telling y'all the truth. You know what I'm saying? And I'm no better than nobody. I told y'all. I'm just regular, but not regular. And I'm not regular because I'm making sure I'm not going to be regular. I don't want to be regular. I'm trying to teach y'all bitches. And it's just like, And
You know what you're teaching me? That you don't give a fuck about your baby.
now I'm becoming a legend.
She's baggage to you. Almost seems like you're a little jealous of her. She got her dad to pull up when you couldn't get him to pull up. She's getting attention that you obviously think you deserve. It's pretty cringe that a mother is acting jealous of her 14-year-old child who's been running away since she was 12, obviously for a reason. Kids don't just run away. They're running for something or away from something. They're running to something or away from something.
Out here in these streets, and everybody wants to talk shit and say, oh, the mom must not give a fuck. Man, y'all know our mamas gave a fuck and we still did whatever we wanted to do. Let's be for real. We live in LA. It's so many shit out here. This is not a little small town.
And move her the hell out of there. Move her the hell out of there. If that was my I would do anything. I'd be at that social service office with my child in tow. They would be handcuffed to me 24/7. You bet. I would do anything, begging and pleading. And I sure as hell wouldn't be sitting on soft white Underbelly using it as a way to get social media fame. I'd be begging and pleading. I wouldn't even be sitting up right now. I'd be so disgusted and sad and sick to myself if my child ever ended up out there. Not to say they won't ever screw up. You can do everything right and it can still go wrong. I will say that repeatedly. None of us are perfect. Parenting, no, there ain't no such thing as a perfect parent. Ain't one. But you try your best. And if you truly want the best for your children, then you sacrifice everything about you for that child. That's what we do as parents.
This is the big city, baby. So we're out here.
What's your relationship like now with your mom and dad?
So that's why in my interview, I was like, my relationship is not really that good with my mom now, because
Revival, you're going to get your answer.
Every time it gets better, and something goes bad in my life, like for instance, my daughter, not trying to blame my daughter, but my mom looks down on that. Like, I thought she was just doing good and now she's back mad. So my mom is like, if you ain't doing all the way good, she don't want to fuck with you. That's why. And I feel like I done fucked up so much. That's why I'm telling my daughter, if you fuck up so much, people just gonna look at you like, I mean, my daughter is going fast. Oh, so my mom, she hit my mom. She's done stole from my grandma. So you can imagine the relationship between me and my family now. My daughter does a lot, bro. Like even my baby father that I don't
look at her looking into the camera.
Talk to, she was talking to him. And I posted it on my Instagram, like, this is, why is he talking to her? This is not right. Basically on some.
So she's using the family drama. She's posting. Oh my God. She's attempting to shame the child into submission to doing what she wants. This is fucking sick. This might be one of the
pedophile type shit. Because he had sent her some money, but I don't care because you don't talk to me. So I just was like, okay, whatever. So I posted it and they got my page deleted. And I was just like, that's what I'm saying. You tell the truth, they want to knock you down. So even the police, they don't really help too much. So I'm going to have to end up figuring this out. But I'm coming up with a plan for my daughter because I know that it's real serious. The internet is involved. Family ain't fucking with us. It's like leaving only me. A
lot of chaos.
A lot of chaos. And you think I'm about to sweat? I don't have no time to. I'm so busy literally taking care of kids. And a lot of people were saying, oh, well, where do your kids be at? obviously somewhere away from all of this bull crap, because while I'm out in the street or doing, not out in the street doing nothing bad, but like, I want my kids safe. My daughter got the whole, we go out, you know, we do things. We still go to the park. We still go to the
You have
mall.
all the other 4 kids under your
Yes.
roof?
So what ended up happening was, and the interview, when I first sat with you, you asked me, did I have my kids? I had all of them. We were all like happily ever after, living in our apartment. Well, when I went to Texas and my daughter ended up going to jail, my son was like, Mom, can I stay? And I felt so bad because I'm like, you don't want to come back with me? And he was like, I just want to play basketball. I just want to, but I knew my son, he wanted the stability. He was like, bitch, I don't know where we about to go now.
So she's aware that the kids need stability.
We done just drove all the way out here. Where you about to go next? New York? So he just wanted to stay with his friends, play basketball. And I'm like, you know what? You haven't even been being bad. So you can stay here with my mom. I know she's strict. I know you ain't gonna get in trouble out here. But I felt like kind of less of a parent again, because I'm like, here we go again, getting split up. And, you know, I want all my kids together, but I had to chunk that up. So I said, okay, I have 4 of the girls. Let me just go. And the fact that my daughter is still doing what she's doing, I'm like, so what did we do all this for? I could have still had my son with me. So, you know, I talk to my son every other day. You know how it is. Sometimes I don't talk to him for like a week. And I'm like, why you not calling me? You know, because I be just so busy.
And he's in Texas?
She's so busy. Too busy. Too busy. All right. I'm going to play. I'm not going to play any more of this. I am ready to jump out of my own skin on this. But I am going to switch over. And I am going to play a clip from Nova's. You guys are not going to see the screen. Please understand why. She has a baby. This is a minor child. I'm just going to put this up. And then I am going to play the beginning of her interview. I don't know. I think the volume's okay on this one. He identifies the mom as one of the working girls. That's how this starts off. You are the daughter of one of the girls, the working girls that he interviews. Okay. You guys can hear it. All right. Everything. Ah, shit. No sounds. Hold on. Let me pull it up. Let me do that. I bumped it out. Hold on. I thought I did it. Thank you guys. That's what I was worried about. Yep. I did. Let me make sure it's not. Okay. Sorry. I figured I did that. Let me pull it back. Start over. Gotcha.
All right, Nova. So you are the daughter of someone that I've interviewed before.
Yeah.
One of the working girls.
You got sound now, right? Y'all can hear. Give me a thumbs up and we'll continue on. I'm not going to play much of this, but and again, I'm not trying to, there is no simple solution. Okay. For any of this, there's no straight up simple, this will fix everything type of situation. There's just not. But it doesn't even seem like she's trying. Her son had to beg. She said it herself. He wanted stability. He wanted to play basketball. Why does she keep, it sounds like she's flopping them all over wherever she goes for her money. I don't know.
Yes.
In South Central. Her name was Tania. And she's been in the
Thank you guys.
on social media a lot with all the drama in her life.
Yeah.
You're a part of that, right? Tell me what's going on in your life, because your story is pretty unique.
So basically what's going on in my life is my mom When I moved with my mom, my whole life just like changed. And what I mean by change, I mean like my mom, she showed me different stuff. Like before I got with her, I lived in Beverly Hills. I was with different people.
Who
with
are you
different
staying in Beverly
mindsets.
Hills with?
With my grandparents.
Grandparents, okay.
First I stayed.
Mind you, this is a 14-year-old child. She's not 13, she's 14. She had just had a birthday. Sitting here in a little tiny bikini top that's see-through. She's got braces on. You can tell she's a child. Little short shorts on. Everything on the top is exposed. He blurred her out, barely blurred the top after he got in trouble. But the uncensored version can still be found on his websites, the pay-per-view sites. Now tell me this is not catering to pedophilia. I don't know about y'all, but that's exactly it. And no, I'm not showing it because it's absolutely atrocious.
With my mom's mom, and then I moved with my great-grandparents, my mom's mom. So when I moved with my mom, she started showing me different stuff. She moved.
So initially she was with the grandparents, the great-grandparents and the grandparents. But then mama came back.
Me to the hood, the east side of LA, South Central.
And how old are you now?
13.
13. Okay.
Yeah.
So she says 13. She hesitates and smiles. I don't know if these were pre-recorded before her birthday, possibly.
When she started showing me all that stuff, and when she moved to the east side, my mindset changed. I changed how I look at things. Like, I didn't look at things the same. And once my mom started seeing that I was changing and that I didn't think the same no more, she started treating me different. Like, I feel like she didn't like it. But I mean, it wasn't really my fault. It was really her fault because I asked to stay with my grandma and she like forced me to move to LA.
Okay, right there. She asked to stay with grandma too.
To get bullied and all type of stuff. But
to South Central LA?
No, like in Beverly Hills and stuff, because it was always like white kids and stuff around us, around me and my brother. It was me and my brother. And
But you were you said you were forced to move.
Yeah, I was forced to move.
To where?
Here. To LA. I was in Marina Valley, and then I was in Beverly Hills. But I was forced to move like to the east side, to the ghetto.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I didn't want to go because I knew how the girls was. They used to bully me. They used to pick on me. Any little things. I used to wear Skechers. I used to wear all the little bullshit stuff. So when my mom started seeing that I was changing and stuff, she didn't like it. I feel like she started being jealous of me because I started getting around girls that she didn't like. But whole time I didn't know that she didn't like the girls and that the girls didn't like her. They were just telling me stuff and I was learning new stuff. And I used to come to my mom like, is this true? And she used to be like, yeah, that's true. So I'm like, okay.
So she's flat out saying it. So far, it seems like yeah. No, this interview was just done within the last couple of weeks. Her birthday was in the last couple of weeks. The mom actually said her videos are recent. She said she just turned. So I'm assuming she probably did this interview right before her 14th birthday. So she's just a baby, y'all. Yeah, she's just a baby. Mama showed her stuff. She wanted to stay with grandma with the brother, forced her to move. I mean, I don't know the reality of this, but just she's sitting here spinning on that stool in a see-through bikini top. Like, why? Why?
Okay, it's different. And when I went to Bret Hart Middle School, I had got jumped by these girls from Hoover, and I told my mom, and she didn't believe me. And I'm like, you don't even care about me, like. And she's like, it's okay if some girls put their hands on you, fight back.
Yeah. So right there, and no wonder why she doesn't like school. If that's true, she getting jumped, going home tells mom, Mom doesn't believe her, doesn't do anything to help, tells her to fight back.
And I'm like, okay. So after that, I started fighting more. When I started fighting more, I started like not caring about anything. And my mom didn't like that. She started kicking me out. I came back.
Oh, wait, but Mama says she ran away. She started running away at 12. But according to the child, who I tend to believe on this part, because of what Mom has said in her own videos, she was kicking her out. Who kicks a 12-year-old out on the street? Yeah, smiles. 100%. Who kicks a 12-year-old out on the street? How's a 12-year-old supposed to fend for themselves on the street? If I told my kids to walk out that front door, to go figure it out, they would sit on that porch and cry. They would never leave. They'd be scared shitless, as they should be. They wouldn't have a clue, because they shouldn't have to worry about shit like that at 12, 13 years old. Who kicks a child out at 12 years old, 13 years old? Unfortunately, there's too many of them.
Back. She was treating me weird. Like, she kept bringing up stuff. Like, she used to bring up how I got beat up, how I used to get abused by this dude. And that's when I used to run away. I'm not even gonna lie, I did used to run away.
She admits she ran away.
But it wasn't for no reason, though. She used to abuse me. She used to go on live, expose me, embarrass me. She used to post my messages.
And Mom admitted to all of that. So again, Mom admitted to posting these messages. This is why I'm playing it like this, so you can hear the words back to back. Mom says she lied in her interview, did all this bullshit in her interview. Well, now you heard the mom say that she posted the messages. And now you hear the little girl say that she posted the messages to embarrass her. And we wonder why she's having problems. We wonder why she's angry. We wonder why she's breaking TVs. The kid's out here seeking attention and stability and love, in my opinion. Absolutely agree, Lorraine. Amen on that. And those other babies that are in her care and custody, if they actually are, should be yanked out of that home, in my opinion. And I don't say that about shit. I don't ever say that. But what the hell do they have to look forward to? The boy begged to stay so he could have stability and play basketball. The little girl is being shamed, kicked out of the house. This is unbelievable. And Mark had the opportunity to not post this. He had full discretion, discernment, that he could have not posted this, right? Especially in a see-through bikini top. Oh, he's not a helping channel. That's right.
The same thing she doing now. This been happening like since like 4 or 3 years ago. So that's why now I'm just used to it. But
she's just used to being treated like shit.
And who are you staying with now?
Now
Are you living with? Are you in the foster system or?
No, now I'm staying with a friend. Yeah, my friend.
But so you're supposed to be staying with your mom?
Yeah, but she kicked me out in December.
She kicked her out in December. I know it's not super cold down there, but I think it does get cold at night.
Last year.
But you told me out there that you're in the system?
Yeah, I'm in the system. Nobody has custody of me.
No one has custody of you?
My mama lost custody of me like 2 years ago.
So if the mom lost custody 2 years ago, why is she back in the care of her mom? Yeah, right, Michael? Yep. Yep. Starry night. Yep. We're going to only listen to a couple more minutes of this. I can't take much more of this. This does something to me. Like physically, everything is hurting. Like my shoulders get tense, everything, because this little girl, like, she doesn't even know. Putting this out here, and Mark even said it in his own words, this will follow them forever.
Because when she was abusing me and stuff, yeah.
And your grandparents or?
My grandparents, they're old. My great grandparents are 73 and 72. And I always ask to go over there. My grandma, she still texts me to this day, but she's like, I can't take care of you because she has high blood pressure, and she thinks I'm going to stress her out. But I mean, I don't really need nobody to take care of me. I know how to get what I need, but I just need like shelter, you know?
Yeah, but you've been working some of the streets as a prostitute? How long has that
She's nodding her head.
been going on?
Since May.
Since May.
Yeah.
She's been out on the streets working.
How did you get introduced to that at 13?
I used to be around these girls from Front Street, and they had this. The girl that they was with wasn't from their hood, but she used to be around them. They used to call each other like sister, Favorite, and all that stuff. And the girls seen how them girls used to try to bully me, and they didn't like me for.
He cut something out there too, just so you know. When he asked who taught her that or got her into that, there was a cut between that. You can see there's an obvious edit. So I don't know who she originally claimed, but then this is what it cuts to.
For some reason, they had some type of animosity towards me. And the girl that was with them, she seemed like, I don't like how they're treating you. You something better than that. We could be getting money out here. So a couple months later, she texted me at like 3 o'clock in the morning and was like, what you doing? I'm like, nothing. Laying down. I'm like, what you doing? She like, I'm out trapping. And I'm like, trapping? She sent the picture and I'm like, you do that now? And she like, yeah, it's fast money. You should do it with me. So the next day I texted her like, can you come get me? My mama acting weird. My mama was acting weird. She was threatening me to kick me out, break my phone, all this. I'm like, can you come get me? So she was like, yeah. I told my mom, I'm like, I'm about to go do a TikTok downstairs. And she was like, okay. And I'm like, can I do a TikTok in your car? She gave me the keys. I put the keys next to the door and I ran away. I went and I got in the car and she was with this nigga. He had tattoos all over his face. He was playing music. He was like a gangbanger. He was a gangbanger. He was a pimp. And I didn't even know that he was a pimp. So we had went to the Crenshaw Mall.
So your mom, just for those that are not aware, your mom was working as a prostitute as well?
I don't know.
That's what she told me in that interview that she did with me.
She told you that?
Yeah.
I don't know.
She doesn't even want to say. She does. She like looks down and she's like, that's what she told you? Anyways, y'all, you get the point. I don't think I need to play this any further. Is there any questions about why this is disgusting? Anybody have any questions of why this is exploitation? The videos are still up. You can go look at it for yourself. I just advise caution. Again, this is the censored version on his channel now. He put the uncensored behind a paywall. So the pedophiles just have to pay $10 to get a full shot of a 13, 14-year-old. Mom's out here grooming her the best way she knows how. I hope to God the system does something to intervene. I hope to God the system does something to intervene. I hope she gets a guardian ad litem. I hope CASA gets involved. I hope somebody can give this girl the stability, the structure. It's not too late for her. She's a little girl. She should be worrying about what she wants for Christmas. Even though it's not about presents, making memories with her family. What the elf on the shelf, did he duct tape her in her room? Coming home and watching cartoons and eating snacks after school. That's what she should be worried about. there's not enough words to say how disgusting this is. There is not enough words. I honestly am so disgusted. I can't even. But I wanted to play it in that order. Peg, she's in custody, according to the mom. If you missed the beginning of this, which I'm sure some of you did, and by the way, hi, Peg. It's good to see so many of you. But the mom admitted a couple days ago after the interview that she is in custody. She's in jail, according to what the mom says. So, which, again, we're using that term very loosely because, in my opinion, that definitely... yeah, she should be worried about getting fuzzy, glittery things. I think it hits me especially hard because I intervened 8 years ago for 2 little girls that would have been flopped back and forth throughout that life. They had been exposed to more things than a lot of adults in their entire lives have ever been. It takes so much work every day. It's not easy. It's exhausting. It's therapy. It's medication management. It is open conversations. It's love. It's structure. It's stability, but they're worth it. They deserve a shot. It's not easy. It takes everything to figure it out. But these kids deserve a shot. They didn't ask to be brought up into this. They didn't ask for this life. She can't do it. Ask somebody else to do it. Find somebody that you trust and care about, a family member, somebody in something. Do something. But no, she's allowing a grown-ass man with a 5 million sub channel to exploit her child because she's groomed her the best way she can. Who the fuck says that? And to see all these people defending Mark and saying it's not exploitation, what the fuck are you learning? What are you learning? Again, please, somebody challenge me. Somebody tell me what the fuck you're learning from this. What are you learning? What did this little girl highlight for you that's going to change your mind about something? Remember, Mark's not a helping channel. He's a mental health channel. Absolutely, Moonlight. Yeah. And Los Angeles County, I mean, shit. Los Angeles County has 75,000 homeless people on it, any average. Our priorities in this country are so fucked up from top to bottom. We have movies that are fake, phony fucking advocacy, noble causes, like the goddamn, and I will always stand on this soapbox because it disgusts me to no end. Millions of dollars, hundreds of millions of dollars have been funneled into the Sound of Freedom, which made an absolute mockery, did nothing for human trafficking besides allow more victims to be exploited by Tim Ballard himself, the fake CIA agent. The politicians in Utah helped cover that shit up. But millions of dollars went into that movie. But we can't help our children. We can't help build tiny homes for the homeless, get them off the street. We're too busy turning the streets of Vegas into a racetrack for a weekend, spending millions of dollars when that money could have went to putting half of their homeless population up for over a year. Sustained living, helping them get jobs, keeping a roof over their heads, getting food in their belly. Our veterans, we don't even take care of our fucking vets. So again, Mark, you say you're not a helping channel. No, dude, you're an exploiting channel at this point. You're a fucking exploiting channel. That's it. That's all. Hey, Queen Bee. Yeah. Yeah. Well, we heard the mom say, Mystery, that she is going to be a regular on Soft White Underbelly. She wants to be a regular. Well, of course, what sells? A 13-year-old. A 13-year-old sells. She groomed her the best she could. What's it going to be? The 8-year-old next? She's already putting the little ones on her channel. I showed you guys that she was pretty proud, claiming the little girl was in jail. Out of sight, out of mind. She don't have to deal with it. There ain't no simple solution to this, except our system is fucked from top to bottom. And exploiting situations like this isn't helping the problem. We're not doing anything to help this problem. What, are we going to have another GoFundMe situation like the Kelly situation Mark did? Where do you get that $5,000 or whatever she had in her hand that she was fanning out for the interviews? Where do you think that came from? I want to see those contracts. If anybody gets a hold of or finds out or gets in contact with anybody that signed a contract from Soft White Underbelly, I want to see that shit. I want to see the contracts that they're signing. I want to see who gave consent for that little girl to do that. I want to see, because according to what we're learning, mom doesn't even have a legal authority to give consent. Somebody's got custody of that little girl, whether it be the state, the grandparents, something. Mom lost custody a couple of years ago, according to the kid. So then she technically should be awarded the state unless grandma's got custody of her like she did the brother. I don't know. But somebody could get in a whole lot of trouble, because I just hope an advocacy group steps in. I really do. Because somebody with professional capacity, they're social workers, and thank God. I'm just going to say this one more time before I end. To all of our social workers, people who work in the advocacy, who actually dedicate their lives to advocacy for children, for families, for mental health, there's not enough of you. What you do is exhausting. It's very little reward. They have no protection. Social workers, they're paid shit. They're not protected. Why do you think they're losing people constantly in that field? Yeah, real advocates, not these fake ass BHB advocates either. Crock of shit. Until you live this life and do, it's exhausting to me to even understand how people do this and think they advocate. This isn't awareness, Mark. This is exploitation. Yeah, shopaholic. Our school teachers, the CASA volunteers, the juvenile court advocates, the lady that was on Queen Bee's panel. I adored her the other night. CPS workers. That's a fucking tough job, and not all of them are good. That's just humans, though. I mean, there's good and bad everywhere. But same thing goes. It's high burnout rates. High burnout rates. Can you imagine going into a system like this every day and knowing that your hands are tied? You can't, because legally you're not protected to be able to intervene and help these children. That's called a systemic failure. Our systems are failing these kids. Not only did her mom groom her the best way she could, Mark failed her. Mark exploited her. Mark just sold her off to a bunch of pedophiles. Wasn't bad enough she was doing it for herself. Mark just helped do that for 5 million people. Mama helped do it too. Mama was using text messages between her and other people to shame her. Now the little girl's back in jail. 14 years old. Think about that. Absolutely, Lorraine. I don't know how this video is still on YouTube. Again, YouTube's platform is fucked as hell when it comes to this stuff. Shit like this is, again, this is not the first children he's put on his channel either. Rebecca. I haven't seen Rebecca on there in a while, and though she's not a child, he claims he's a mental health channel. How's he helped those people? Amanda Rabb. We're going to talk about that in Lima. We're going to talk about exploitation. We're going to talk about people with messiah complexes like Lima. Tim Ballard. People who use noble causes to line their own pockets. That's what we talk about. This one's a little tricky for me because I live this life and it chokes me up. It's really hard for me because I can't even imagine sending my girls into that world knowingly. Like, go figure it out. You know what would happen if one of my girls broke a TV? They'd be without TV. Guess what wouldn't happen? I wouldn't kick them out of the fucking house. I would sit down and ask, what's going on? What's causing you to react like that? We're human beings. Parents make plenty of mistakes. And if you can't apologize and take accountability with your children when you fuck up, you're a fuck up. Absolutely shop. That's what I would do. They'd be like, what's different? They ground themselves. I'm not perfect at it by any means as the perfect parent. I am not. It has been a learning curve all the way around. I make mistakes every fucking day, but I am not above apologizing to my children and saying, we're learning together. But this poor baby girl doesn't even have anybody willing to step up and help her out. Anyways, I gotta get off here. This is gonna choke me up and I'm gonna end up in a mess. This shit just bothers me so much. And I see these other... This is an awareness. What they're doing is exploiting her, starting with the mother. This is a very clear-cut exploitation. And I hope to God the right people step in. And I hope to God that she, being in jail, can get a guardian ad litem and a CASA advocate and people who actually advocate solely for her best interest. I hope that they can find her a home where she can find structure and stability and be a little girl. I hope she can go worry about doing her makeup and playing with dolls or whatever the fuck she wants to do. She don't have to play with dolls. She's way past that. Listening to music, making TikToks, child appropriate TikToks. I don't know. I'm kind of speechless on this, but Mark, you fucking suck. That's all I gotta say. I hope you guys all have a great night. Kiss your babies extra tight and be thankful that you have them. Because I guess there's a lot of people out here that don't want their kids. They're more of a hassle than they are worth the energy. Anyways, I will see you guys all. Thank you, Michael. I will see you guys all probably, what's tomorrow? Wednesday? As long as my ass doesn't hurt too bad, I'll probably be back tomorrow. We're going to jump into, I think tomorrow maybe I'll do the follow-up and we'll do the comparison across the board of all of these people who use noble causes like this. And it's so quickly exploitation, and how fine that line is on reviewing these people too, and commentary on this, because we can so quickly fall into exploiting the same situations ourselves. There is help. Are we hurting the situation? Or are we helping the situation? Risk versus reward. And I'm watching, we talked about it in the end of the last live. We talked a lot about it at the end of the last live. And right now that line has been blurred by so many people I once respected. And it will never come back. that's once I lose respect for some people, it will never come back. Like some of the shit that I've been watching out here the last disgusting. Rabbit did a great breakdown of this. Please go check Rabbit out. Queen Bee did a wonderful panel about this the other night, and she had a guest on there that was absolutely amazing who works in this and spoke as a true advocate, somebody that works in this environment, a professional that voice needs to be heard. Incredible panel guest. I thoroughly enjoyed that conversation. I was there for it. Like that was the most tuned in I've ever been on a panel stream. Normally I can't, until the dipshit came up there and was like, we're just going to hope the best for her because, she's 13 and hopefully she'll make good decisions and she'll just be able to fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. People that just spew ignorance because they're fucking ignorant drive me goddamn nuts. Band-aid situations like this isn't fixing the situation. We can't keep sweeping these shit under the rug. We can't just stop calling it out and hoping for the best. That's in prayers, everybody. Because guess what? Kids like this keep falling through the cracks, and we've got to be able to stop these kids from falling through the cracks, stop their mothers from falling through the cracks. We've got to have systems in place to help people with mental illness, with drug addiction, with any of this stuff. We've got to be able to do something, and putting a Band-Aid on it and acting like it doesn't exist isn't always the answer either. Okay, before I say something else. No, why, sis, do they look better on camera? They look better on camera. They don't look as huge on camera as they do in real life. Oh, and by the way, I got a message about me calling them you know why we call them prostitute lashes? Because they're so big that you can close your eye and you don't have to see what you're doing. That's why they wear the big lashes. It's a joke, y'all. It's not serious. Like, I wasn't ditching on sex workers at all. Do your thing. As long as you're an adult, do whatever you want to do. But we call them prostitute lashes because they're so big you don't even really have to do any work to close your eyes so you don't have to see what you're dealing with. That's it. Somebody got pissed at me for that. I was like, have you not ever heard that they wear the big lashes so they close their eyelid? Thank you, T. Thanks, Liz. Oh, Twist. Unsupervised Maniacs has been doing incredible videos. Unsupervised Maniacs kind of is resetting a little bit of stuff and really talking about some of the deeper hitting issues of source. Of course, Miles, I can't say shit without people getting pissed. That's just what it is. I don't even care anymore. I do me. I'm not here to do anybody else. But it's just so stupid. I was like, you guys have never heard that, like, big lashes. The bigger the lashes, the less eye that you have to see what you're doing. I mean, it's the only way to get through it. All right, y'all. Have a good night. I'm out. Sis, are you talking again? Hold on. Waiting for my child to, I don't know what she's doing in my comment section right now. She's just downstairs. Thank you, T. Big lashes are umbrellas. You can fly away, fly. Kenzie, are you done talking on here? Can I hang up now? Protect you from the rain. Blame it on the rain. See, and my kid comes on. I can't get away from my kids ever. They follow me around. Are you done? I'm just waiting. I'll end it and she'll be like, I was talking to you. Twist, I love these Flutter Habit lashes. I just got the wrong size this time. I got too big. I got a 5 on they're the weightless collection, but I got a 5 and I usually get the 3 and 4. I don't know why I jumped up so much. They're just a little bit bigger than I like, longer than I like, but they're good. They're still good. All right, y'all. Bye.